The universe didn't collapse all at once. It rotted. Reality began to decay in places no one was watching. Time slowed in empty corners of existence. Stars dimmed without explanation. Entire civilizations vanished between heartbeats, leaving behind planets that still orbited suns that no longer cared they were alone. There was no warning. There was no prophecy. The end didn't announce itself because it didn't need to. Doctor Strange first understood the truth when the futures stopped answering him. He searched for outcomes the way he always had, pulling at threads of time, peering into possibilities. But this time, the threads dissolved in his hands, not branching, not changing, just ending. He saw worlds where the Avengers never formed. They died anyway. He saw worlds where the Avengers won every battle. They died anyway. He saw worlds where heroes ruled, where villains ruled, where balance was perfect. They all died, not destroyed, deleted. Thor felt it as a silence where thunder should have been. His hammer no longer sang to him the way it once had. Gods across the cosmos began to weaken, not from battle, but from irrelevance. Worship faded. Stories were forgotten. And when belief died, divinity followed. On Earth, Spider-Man tried to live a normal life, but the nights betrayed him. He dreamed of falling through endless black skies, hearing voices that called him by names he never used. He woke every morning with the certainty that something was hunting him. Not his body, but his existence. Bruce Banner ran calculations that made no sense. The math was wrong. Physics was lying. Constants that had defined reality since the beginning of time were drifting. Gravity hesitated. Light arrived late. The universe was losing precision, as if it no longer cared about being accurate. That was when the word began appearing everywhere. Doomsday, not spoken, not written by human hands. It emerged in corrupted files, broken holograms, dying AIs. Systems designed to predict extinction finally reached the same conclusion. This wasn't an invasion. This wasn't a war. This was a correction. The multiverse had grown sick. Too many broken timelines. Too many heroes cheating death. Too many moments stolen from fate. And now something ancient had awakened to clean the wound. Entire realities began collapsing into nothingness. No survivors. No ruins. Just empty space where history used to be. The dead weren't mourned because no one remembered them. That was the cruelest part. Memories were the first to go. People forgot children they once had. Wars that once defined generations were erased overnight. Heroes faded from history before they could die, their sacrifices undone not by time travel, but by indifference. The Avengers were becoming ghosts before the end even arrived. Somewhere beyond time, a presence observed it all without emotion. Not a god, not a conqueror, a necessary force. One that understood a truth no hero ever could. Hope was the disease. Every time the Avengers won, reality paid the price. Every miracle created imbalance. Every saved life pushed the universe closer to collapse. The math had finally settled. For the multiverse to survive, the Avengers had to fail. When Strange finally gathered what remained of the team, there were no speeches, no plans, no confidence, just silence. Because every future he could still glimpse ended the same way. Not in defeat, in erasure. They wouldn't die as heroes. They wouldn't fall in battle. They would simply be removed, as if they had never existed at all. And somewhere in the collapsing darkness, the universe whispered a final verdict. You were never saviors. You were the mistake. Doomsday had already begun.